Hi guys, welcome. This is our weekend reading for September 23rd, 24th, and 25th. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We're all children of God. We are all psychic. We're not all going through the same things, so see what feels right for you. It could be one sign that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions that are based in love for the highest and greatest good of everybody involved in the situation and so on. So we are all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you in the end. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave, preparing for the wave, crashing into the wave, riding that wave, or ignoring it? It's always your choice in the end. Also feel free to make this an interactive video with me if you want to pull some cards for yourself. All right, I'm going to begin today's reading with the Art of Life Tarot. Let's start with one card. Get some clarity on the energies of the weekend. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. One card to start for focus, clarity, and understanding into the energies of the weekend and how to ride these energies best. Let's begin with one card. Strength. I feel like I always see Queen Elizabeth in this, like strength and beauty, something strong and something delicate. So generally in the Strength card, it's a beautiful girl just elegantly hanging out with a lion, you know, ever so gently just hanging out with the lions in the pack. So there's a sensitivity that needs to happen to feel the beast, to tame the beast, to understand the beast, to understand where the strength comes from. I feel like with Strength card, it's something that you need to handle day by day, by day by day, little by little, by little by little. You can't just go out in the yard and expect to get immediate respect from that big lion before it knows you. So sometimes that lion is the beast in us. In the Thoth deck, the Strength card is called Lust. So that's just a different representation of the beast, strength, the lion, you know, something that is wild. When I look at this card, I see so much lace and feathers and pearls and silk. Like everything is just delicate and beautiful, and it's like texture. I don't know if you can understand texture, like how texture can change something. Like it makes me think of a vegetable, like a zucchini, and if you cut it really thin, it's going to taste totally different if you cook it in a casserole than if it's chunks. So I don't know where that came from, but perhaps texture is important to somebody today, like how something feels. Yeah. Maybe like I get like, I'm getting like tingles on my skin. So maybe there are signs and symbols that are very, very delicate. Maybe it's not a big push from the lion. Maybe it's something very, very gentle to navigate. Like to navigate the situation, to navigate your way. This is the portrait of Queen Elizabeth I, the Armada portrait detail after George Gower 16th century private collection. And he knows not his own strength that hath not met adversity. Francis Bacon. You know, until you know what you can face, how strong you are, what you're coming up against, and giving it a go, you don't know how strong you are. You just imagine it. So anything that you've gone through has brought you strength. It's brought you understanding. It's brought you some muscles to deal with situations for real. So let's get more clarity on the strength card. I'm going to go to the Thelema Tarot, and let's get another card on strength for the weekend. Maybe you have to have extra strength. Maybe you have more strength than you're aware of in a situation. I feel like you have to have a lot of confidence. Just like confidence is very important this weekend. Maybe patience, confidence, and gentleness. Like taming this beast with with a gentle heart, with a gentle touch. Here with an open mind too. So maybe there's a situation where there's something really unusual for you that you're not sure how to tame it, how to control it, how to work with it, and you're learning. It takes, you know, a little bit at a time. I feel like I see someone like learning ballet or learning martial arts or learning the piano, something like that, where you start with, you know, scales or, you know, the basic plie or the, you know, your basic skills, and you build upon that slowly, and you gain more and more strength as you get used to each skill, as each skill becomes instinctual. All right, let's get another card for strength. The Nine of Pentacles. So when I see this card, I think of Vincenzo a little bit. He's not into being in the video today. So the Nine of Pentacles is independence. It's being self-sufficient, feeling confident, becoming good on your own, not relying on somebody else to fulfill something for you, deciding to find your own fulfillment in your world, in your life, in your situation. I feel like it's always like your surroundings. So there's usually a beautiful woman in this card hanging out in the garden with a bird, with like a hawk or a parrot, or I just thought of like a lovebird. So I don't even know what bird is in this one. It's a very fancy bird that she's hanging out with. And I feel like she's moving, like she's dancing. I feel like she's a seamstress for some reason. Like she actually made that dress. You know, she planted all those plants in her gazebo on her in her garden, and she works with the elements. He works with the elements around him or her and creates beauty, creates something solid, creates a structure. You feel complete with the nine. So you feel complete and whole in what you have and who you are, in your surroundings and what you create and what you do. It's finding independence. Even if you're married, even if you live with a bunch of roommates, even if you are alone, this card comes up so that you get good with being alone, that you find strength in who you are. And I feel like it's just a person that I don't want to say controls their surroundings in like taking control of everything, but just more like creates their surroundings, like takes creative control of their surroundings. It's abundance. Nine is completion. It's everything you want, but it starts with you. It starts with you having strength that you don't really need. I feel like there's like in this card, you don't look for completion outside of yourself. You look for the completion inside of yourself first, and it mirrors the outside. So let's go to the Angel Tarot. Let's get another card to clarify the Nine of Pentacles. Completion, strength, independence, confidence. I hear security. So maybe you're working to like feel good on your own, get things going on your own, feel secure on your own, not rely on others so much. Here, like get your finances together, you know, start to pay up some bills, maybe put some bills together and do like one payment instead of a bunch that come at different times, like organizing something so you can feel like you get stuff done, like you don't always have something hanging. Maybe that's this upside down. I also just saw a bed, like a bed post when I looked here, like a really pretty headboard. So maybe some of you are creating, even here I see like the shape around. Maybe some of you do something with like furniture, or like you're making a headboard, like a headboard out of lace or buttons, something like that. That was really specific. That's not for everybody, but I definitely see that here. Like an iron headboard that has like, I don't know, like, you see that again. I want to say buttons, but like metal buttons, something like that. All right, let's get another card for the weekend. Three of Ariel. So getting to work, putting your hands into something, using your creativity, finding solutions with your creativity, being recognized for the work you're doing. Others are looking at you. You know, you're doing a good job. You're getting stuff done. I feel like this goes with this one. You know, he's learning to do what makes him or her happy, what she loves, what he loves. That's what this is too. It's like getting to work on something you love to do, that you enjoy doing, that you don't mind putting time into. The Three of Ariel is like the Three of Earth. So it's a lot of Pentacle Earth cards coming up. I feel like it's working together too. Perhaps you're starting something and others are joining in, or others are watching you work, or you've been watching somebody else work and you're ready to join in with them, something like that. I feel like it's, well, it's doing what you love. It's a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors and working with others in a cooperative manner. So I feel like it's either something you started on your own and others now see what you're doing and they're getting on board, they're excited, they're interested, you're maybe even just an inspiration for them to do something that they like. And, you know, maybe it's a different direction for them. Maybe you just started to do something really independent, really different, really unusual. Maybe you're beginning something that's special to you this weekend. I think for a lot of you, though, you've already started this. I feel like you're already getting going. You already have stuff like half done. And maybe you're going back to work on this, like pulling out an old project. Something, I feel like it's something creative you started and didn't finish. I mean, I see music boxes here. And like gears and like the model airplanes and a big lantern. So maybe you do something with lights, or like model airplanes, or small models of something. I see like the printing thing, like the 3D printing. So maybe you do something with that. Yeah, maybe you do something with, I see like 3D printing, like you going on the computer and like sketching something out and putting it on the computer and then making something that you can print. But it's three-dimensional. I'm not sure what. Maybe a model of something. Like I see like little figurines, like little toys. Maybe you're an artist and you're going to do something for kids, something like that. Like I see like I'm focused on the music box, and I remember the little like ballerinas that would turn. Maybe you're going to do something in a music box, but I don't know, like instead of a ballerina, like even like the person, can't you like transfer your image into a 3D thing and then put you, instead of like a bobblehead, like a little person of you, and that's like a gift or something that somebody can give orders on. You know, they can upload the picture and you can make it personal. That was really specific for somebody. All right, let's go to the romance. Angels. That was an interesting take on the Three of Pentacles. But there's a lot you can do with 3D printing. You can do a lot of personalization kind of gifts and stuff like that. maybe even like somebody who carves, and you carve something in wood that has phrases, like beautiful, like even Bible verses or quotes, something like that. Or something where somebody can, like, you know, they see your work and they can like choose their own phrase, and then you make something with what they want, like something special for them. Let's get another card for the weekend from the Romance Angels. Deception. So maybe, I feel like this has to do, I feel like it has to do with work still. So maybe you're like at a job that's not really you. You feel like, you know, you're not really yourself there. There's something else about you that you have talents and skills and interests that you want to let out, and you're not letting it out for the world to see. You're like holding on to something too tightly, afraid that it won't go, it won't sell, it won't work, somebody won't buy it. I feel like if you're doing something you love, it'll sell. You'll find the right connection out there. You'll find the right buyers, audience. Someone's wearing a false mask in this relationship. So if this doesn't have to do with work and not really doing what you love, and it has to do with actual like relationships, it could mean that you're not yourself around someone, or someone doesn't feel themselves around you for some reason. So maybe that's moving you away from that situation so you can move into a situation where you do what you love, where you feel like you're yourself, who you really are here. You're independent, you're solid, you're secure. You know, I feel like you paint the walls the color you want here. You plant the plants outside in the garden exactly how you want here. And here, you're creating something that you love, that you want to do, you want to put your time into. You know, that brings you this fulfillment and this prosperity and abundance later. If you're doing something every day that's not what you love, and it's not who you are, and it's not what makes you happy, you're not going to feel this independence, this security, this strength, because you're moving in a direction that's false for you. So maybe you're just learning about something that's not right for you. Maybe you tried something for a long time. You were working on something for a long time, and now it doesn't feel right. You're ready to take off the mask. Maybe this is somebody else around you taking off a mask. Maybe there's some truth coming out this weekend. Maybe this is a relationship, and you're, I feel like for some of you, you're moving away from what wasn't real, what wasn't right, what didn't make you feel whole before. So maybe some of you are learning what's good for you on your own first, so that you can be yourself in the next relationship that comes. I'm going to pull another Romance Angels card. Sometimes the deception card comes up because you feel something and you're not telling somebody. Or somebody else feels something for you and they're not telling you because they're scared, they're nervous, you know, they don't feel secure with themselves. So the deception card in a general reading could come up many different ways. Is there anywhere in your life you feel like you're not being yourself? Can you change that? You know, let's get another card. True love. Maybe you're looking for this and not this. You know, true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So it's time to take off the mask and open your heart to what's real, what's true, what you desire. You know, to have this strength. I feel like there's freedom here. They're both really strong. Like he's like a gladiator and she's like a queen. And I see Egypt here. Like Egypt that had all the colors still, like painted on all the, you know, on all the hieroglyphs here. So, and I feel like your angels are protecting you here. They're watching this situation. So either you're moving out of this situation towards something you really love. You know, it starts with you like getting into something you like to do, feeling excited about it. And I feel like that energy moves this into your world. Restart something with love. Just makes you feel better in general. So this comes in. I'm going to go to the life purpose cards. And let's get another card for the weekend. On true love, deception, strength. Maybe you have to have strength to walk away and to do something on your own so that this can come in. I think it starts with doing what you love. Let's get another card. Trust. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. So I feel like this comes back to this. It takes a lot of strength. Maybe some of you are totally doing something different in career than you were before. You're not feeling yourself there. Or doing something totally different than you were before in a relationship. How you handle a relationship. How you see a relationship. What it means to you. I feel like the answer comes with those like sensitive feelings that you get. Those feelings that you just know are real. You know you feel something. You know you need to do something. You know you need to be something. Pursue something. I'm going to pull one more card from the Enchanted Map Oracle cards. And that one just jumped. That one was Spirit of Place. So let's take that one and pull one more. I feel like that's like the 4, stability, almost like, it's almost like the Emperor, except it's a beautiful woman in a tree. So it's almost like Mama Nature. So I think of like the green man, the green woman maybe. I see fall, changes of seasons. I see a butterfly on her eyes. So maybe there's transformation with how you see a situation. I'm focused on her ears, and maybe there's a lot of listening. You have to listen. You have to be quiet. Really listen to I'm hearing like the rustle of the leaves. The sound of the wind in the trees. One more card. Ghostlands. So 17, it's almost like the star. I feel like everything is gray here. You know, it's like, it brings you to an 8. It brings you back to stability, which is here in the 4. But I feel like with the Ghostlands, there's so much like time, timelessness. I think of like illusions and mist and like vapor and something behind the veil that you can't quite see. Like it hasn't been colored in yet. You know, it's just like a hint of the past, a hint of what was. Being stuck somewhere, being stuck making a decision. Maybe this is where you were before. I feel like the Ghostlands has something to do with here. Maybe you feel like when you're not yourself, you know, this mask is just making you feel like you're not living. You're just kind of stuck in time doing nothing. And you want to feel this abundance, this completion, this independence, this strength, true love. Maybe it starts with spirit. I feel like Spirit of Place starts with inside of yourself and mirrors your surroundings, kind of like this card. I feel like they even look similar. So I feel like with this card, it brings you to change. It's bringing you something stable and solid, but it moves you to the 5. And I see like leaves falling. So seasons, moving with the seasons, allowing things to fall away, allowing growth to come, allowing transformation to come your way. Building something solid instead of something that's just in the mist that you can't touch, you can't feel, you can't experience. I feel like this weekend it's coming back into actually having the experience. So I hope this reading is helpful for you guys. I love you, and I'll see you soon.